Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of the Blackbird Grimoire. Welcome to the daily forecast for Saturday, August 3rd, 2024. It is the day of the witch and the wizard. It is Loki's day. It is Saturn's day. It is the 13th of Leo. It is the 27th of Holly. It is the 13th of Salmon. It is the 9th of Hayanir, which is the haymaking month. Also, a very lovely good morning from Isadora and Calliope, who are taking a nap with us this morning. All righty. I have to show off the cats. They're so sweet. So in our astrology today, the sun is in Leo, a fixed fire sign, which represents achievement. The moon is in fourth quarter Cancer, cardinal water sign representing growth. Then at 5:31 a.m. Central Time, it goes void of course. And then at 6:10 a.m. Central Time, fourth quarter Leo, fixed fire. It represents central ideas, and that's where it'll be then. So if you are watching this on YouTube, all of this has already happened. But just I like to keep you all, appraised of what the moon is doing and when it's doing it, and all this and that. Mercury is in Virgo, mutable Earth, which represents efficiency. Venus is in Leo, fixed fire, which means to be ardent. Mars is in Gemini, mutable air, which means to be pugnacious. Jupiter is in Gemini, mutable air, which represents questing. Saturn is retrograding in Pisces, mutable water, which is to redefine dreams. Uranus is in Taurus, fixed earth, which represents renovation. Neptune is retrograding in Pisces, mutable water, which is spiritual awakening. And Pluto is retrograding in Aquarius, fixed air, and it means to examine. We've got Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, and Chiron. For Saturn, it's about reclaiming your authority. And if that's something you've been struggling with, well, on a Saturday, that is an ideal day to start asserting yourself. Saturn is and Saturday are both ruled by Capricorn. So if you are needing to seize the reins, you're not going to have better energy than what you have today. Then for Neptune, reclaiming faith, joy, magic, and imagination. If you are a witch or a wizard and you've been needing to revitalize your practice, again, this is another good day for you to do some of that work. With Pluto, reclaim your ability to regenerate. So getting on that path for renewal. And then Chiron, it's about restoring the heroic spirit. So lots of life-altering energies that we can draw upon today, depending upon our needs. So for the moon phase, that is the waning crescent. Your keywords for this are rest, reflect, and contemplate. The Leo moon, some of your do's are lead, perform, celebrate. The don'ts are dull environments, unappreciative people, details, hideous details, anything avoiding that. Hopefully nothing in your Saturday is going to require you to do any of those things. But if you do, I suggest rip those tasks off like a Band-Aid. Get them done as early as possible, as quickly as possible, so you don't have them hanging over your head. So on this day of Saturn, not all of our dreams stay with us as we go through life. We change, we grow, we have formative experiences that can shift us right off of our axis. So seize the opportunity of the Leo moon to go out there, to enjoy yourself, to be happy. And through that process, you may discover a new center of gravity for your life, and that can realign everything. So if you've been feeling really off kilter, this might be just the kind of thing you need to do today, because your old balance point, it may no longer be viable. And I realize that can be quite upsetting to hear or even think about. However, we're not cowards, are we? And we shouldn't be afraid if the time has come for us to make some changes in our approach or just our way of viewing things. So if we are needing a different center of gravity, today is a good opportunity to allow ourselves to discover what that is. Now for today's tarot card, we have the Page of Wands. Page represents an apprentice. The Suit of Wands, the emotional masculine, projective energy, the fire element, and the willpower, that drive to get things done. The keywords for this particular card are curiosity, impatience, inspiration, boldness, the desire to act. So our youthful hero that we see in the card really represents taking the first steps on an adventure. And this could be any kind of adventure at all. But if you are feeling tempted to explore uncharted realms, no matter what aspect of your life that it is, as long as it's not taking you into an unhealthy, dangerous, or illegal direction, as long as those caveats aren't on the table, allow yourself that sense of adventure. Sometimes just getting a new lease on life just requires doing something new, doing something different, having a different experience, making our daily life different than what it ordinarily is. Sometimes we just need a change of pace, and for me, that's really what the Page of Wands is signifying today. But absolutely, let me know if this energy is hitting you in a different way, because these cards, they don't always hit us in the same way, do they? Because we're all in different places in our lives, we're having different experiences, we have different needs. So if you have something that's really resonating with this card, but it's taking you into a different direction, let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to hear. Today's Celtic Triad reads 3 indignities of one at a feast, coughing in their drink, cutting their hand with a knife, and spilling their broth. These are pure bad table manners, pure and simple. That's what it is. And bad table manners have made shambles of many a dinner party. It creates a bad impression on others. It makes everything awkward, and it's a 100% fixable problem. And what I mean by this is that if you just practice good table manners at home, if you practice good manners on a daily basis generally, that creates good habits, so that when you are on an occasion where you are wanting to make a good impression, it doesn't feel like an alien process to you. And it makes faux pas far less likely when you are in company with others. So just food for thought there. Food for thought. We do not have to be unkempt, uncivilized boors. Just saying. Now, for today's magical correspondences, the theme is defense. The color is black. The plant is the peppercorn. The animal is the crow, and the crystal is black onyx. So whether a danger we face is physical or magical or a blending of the two, the rules are really the same. Do not present yourself as a vulnerable target, and make sure you maintain a good defense. You are not initiating the use of force. You are not looking for trouble. You are not putting yourself in harm's way. And above all, you are not making yourself a target. And that in of itself will discourage a lot of energy that comes your way. And it can even, to a certain extent, depending on your physique, discourage any kind of physical aggression. If someone senses that person is ready for me, they're going to look for someone who's a lot weaker and a lot more vulnerable. And of course, when it comes to magical defenses, I hate to say it, but we are in an era where we should probably be a bit more proactive about making sure that we are protecting our own energy, we're protecting our families, and we're protecting our households. So today's practice, and before we get into it, I just take a moment to admire this picture I found on Pinterest. It was posted by Cinnamon Girl, and I love this idea, this witch and this wizard, and they're hard at work. There's stuff everywhere that very much resembles how things look when I've got a major project going on, and just the whole vibe of it. When you think about who we are, this is the image that pops into my head. This kind of feeling. So in storytelling, books, movies, what have you, what characters do you think represent the quintessential witch and the quintessential wizard? We have so many examples in fiction in which they really, really get it wrong. I mean, pathetically wrong. But what stories do you think that they actually got it right? That you look at this character and you think that is the essence. That is our spirit. That makes sense. That actually is reflecting, if not, accurate magical practice or accurate mythology, it is reflecting an accurate spirit. So what, in your opinion, who fills that? For the Hermetic principle to study today, it is that of gender. And then for the witch's pyramid, contemplate the pinnacle of that witch's pyramid. And then assess the magical defenses of your household, and meditate and purge any kind of toxic energy that your system has been holding on to. You don't have to carry that crap within your own system. You really don't. So if you have not made the effort to get these things out of your system in the past, you are encouraged to do so. You will feel so much better. And, I tell you what, I X'd out of what I was doing. Okay, okay, there it's stable. Alrighty. Next slide. Like I said before it glitched, we have our journal prompt. Compare where you were when you began your spiritual journey to where you are today, and how do you feel about it? Have them walking towards the sky, and the sky resembles the wheel of Hecate, which is something that will be familiar to a lot of my brothers and sister witches. It's a kind of maze that essentially leads you to that goddess, and it also awakens magical capabilities within one when it's traveled. So just think about, what has your journey been like so far? And if you don't like it, you can change it. You really can. But that does it for today. Have a wonderful start to your weekend. If you would care to, you can follow me on X at Blackbird's Brew, or on Rumble and YouTube, the Blackbird Grimoire. And of course, you can meet me and hopefully the other people that I really hope have begun to gather by the time this posts at the Oak and Elder Witchery. It is a place for good companionship amongst witches and pagans. It is a chance for us to share our educational resources. I have lots of different channels on a variety of relevant subjects to where if you find a good link, you can stash it there. If you want to have a conversation about a very specific subject, there's a place to do that. And a lot of those musings, they can stay with a lot of the general information. And hopefully the effect that I am really hoping it will have is that it'll be a good resource for us to go back, review, and kind of test our opinions, test our thinking, and it can all be kind of part of a composite lore. So I hope you will join us with that. But in the meantime, again, have a good Saturday, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.